Hi, I'm Allie. I'm going to be your nurse today. Before we start, could I just get your name and date of birth?
My name is Jayana, and my date of birth is 4/21/2008.
Alright, and who did you bring with you today?
I'm her mom.
Alright, Jayana, and what brings you in today?
Well, I was playing a basketball game last Saturday, and I fell down. I got shoved really hard, and I hit my head on the floor of the gym. And so they took me to the hospital, and they said I have a concussion. So they said I can't play basketball. But then I went to practice the next day just to watch, and my coach said, Jayana, you can't just not play. You're on the basketball team. So I said, okay, coach. And so I've been taking aspirin every day and going to basketball practice, but I just have this pounding headache and it won't go away.
You've been playing basketball? I told you to take a step back from basketball and student council. You never get any rest.
Yeah, honestly, Jayana, the best thing for a concussion is rest. I know you said you've been taking aspirin. Could you tell me how much you've been taking and if you're taking any other drugs?
My baby doesn't take any drugs.
I've been taking 3 aspirin, probably 3 times a day. I take it when I wake up, I take it with my lunch, and then I take it after basketball practice. And other than that, I take cetirizine for my allergies, and I have an inhaler, and I take 2 puffs of that every day before practice too.
Alright, and do you take any over-the-counter medication like that you buy at Walgreens or take any herbs or supplements?
Honestly, my body is a temple, and I don't take anything that's not prescribed for me.
What about those Red Bulls you drink every day?
Alright, so honestly, as you know, the doctors already told you, getting sleep and resting is the best thing for your concussion. I do like your mom's idea to take a step back from student council for the time being and avoid basketball until you're feeling better. I know it's hard, you want to be involved, but it's only until you feel better and then you can get right back out there on the court.
Basketball is my life. I'm not stopping basketball.
So it's not a permanent thing, it's just until your headache goes away and your concussion is healed. Alright, and you said that you were taking aspirin for the pain. Aspirin should not be taken with a head injury. It's an antiplatelet and will promote more bleeding. With a head injury, we don't want you to have a brain bleed.
When I hurt my back a couple months ago, they gave me something called hydrocodone. Could I give that to her? It made my back feel really good. Maybe it'll make her feel better.
Hold on a second. My brain is bleeding?
So your brain isn't bleeding, however, aspirin is going to make it more prone to bleeding. So we don't want to be taking that. And also, with the hydrocodone, first of all, it's not recommended that we share medication that wasn't prescribed to us. And also, it can mask the symptoms of the injury and lead to a further brain injury. And the sedative effects can make it harder to monitor symptoms.
I'm just so stressed out right now. Where's my inhaler, and can someone get me a Red Bull?
She said no more Red Bulls.
Alright, ladies, let's just take a step back and take this one thing at a time. So, the albuterol inhaler, the excessive use can lead to lung problems and it can actually be contributing to your headache. And with the caffeine, it will delay your healing and can give you a headache as well. Together, they're both stimulants and that can be making you feel jittery. Have you been feeling jittery?
Honestly, all I feel is just this pounding headache, and it's getting worse with this conversation.
Alright, so I can see that your pain is your biggest concern. Since we don't want to be taking aspirin, I would recommend that you take Tylenol. It doesn't promote bleeding and it'll help with the pain. You can take 1 to 2 325 milligram pills every 6 hours. Also, I just want to make sure that you're taking your albuterol inhaler per needed. When are you taking it?
Like I already said, I use my inhaler every day before practice.
Jayana, enough with the attitude. Show some respect. She worked hard to get here. And be your nurse.
Whatever, Mom. Nursing school is probably easy anyways.
All right, ladies, back to the med talk. So with your albuterol inhaler, I don't want you going to practice until you're feeling better. So I would recommend decreasing the use of your inhaler since it is going to be contributing to your headache.
But what about my asthma?
So we can talk to your doctor about getting on another medication for asthma, so we can better control it and so that you have a decreased risk for lung issues in the future.
So what are we gonna do now? She can't take my pain meds. She can't take her aspirin, and now she can't even take her inhaler?
And I can't drink my Red Bull?
All right, so moving forward in your recovery process, I just want you to be focusing on getting some rest and decreasing your screen time, as well as taking a step back from all physical activity, including basketball. And like your mom said, I think it's a good idea to take a step back from student council for the time being, just to promote your recovery. Caffeine, as I mentioned, is going to decrease your healing process, and it's gonna delay you getting better.
Jana, put that Red Bull down.
One last Red Bull, Mom! No. So what you're saying is that I have to quit basketball, quit student council, give up everything I love, and I can't even use my phone.
I told you you can't use that damn Tic Tac.
All right, so it is just for the time being, just to help your head feel better and to decrease this headache that you've had going on. On top of that, I do want you to stop taking the aspirin and take the Tylenol, just to decrease that chance of bleeding, and it will help with the pain. We're going to decrease your albuterol inhaler for now, and the doctor will be in to talk about other options for that. And I know basketball and Red Bull is important to you, but it's only until you feel better. All right, we want you back to 100% recovery, and then you can go back to living your normal life, okay?
Okay, I'll take the Tylenol, and I'll stop drinking the Red Bull, and I'll take a week off of practice, only if it means that I can get into the WNBA.
Well, it's definitely not gonna decrease your chances.
Exactly. And just remember, guys, you should never take prescriptions that aren't prescribed to you. It's not safe. I know you were just trying to help with the pain. However, there is a better solution, such as Tylenol.